Hello and welcome back to Season 2 of Cooking with Casey. For some reason, you guys liked me enough that you wanted me back. I started out today by wiping down my counter space because so many of you said something about that. I then take a half cup of marshmallows, pop that bad boy in the microwave, give it a quick little 30-second nuke, and then take it out and stir it. But I don't record myself stirring it because I was using my non-dominant hand. I take that and then put it onto the counter with powdered sugar. Right here, I'm making fondant, which I've never made before until now. And so it was going pretty well. I was just gently folding it in, and then as you'll see, I pick it up, and it all goes downhill. I get it absolutely stuck to myself, and then unedited, this clip is just about 14 minutes of me sitting there fighting fondant. But in the end, I did persevere, and I was able to come out with a nice and smooth consistency for my fondant. Like that. Yes. Good job. Great job. I then take my fondant, section it up, and then dye it. I also dyed it along with my hands, washing my hands in between colors as to not muddle them, because it will transfer from your hands on there. Took a quick hydration break. Big water guy. This feels like a good time to bring up my Buc-ee's t-shirt. Now that I've brought up my Buc-ee's t-shirt, we can get back to dyeing my fondant. The worst color to dye was red, which I think is symbolism for red also being the absolute worst food dye for you. So that was good. Had red thumbs by the end of it, but it's fine. I pushed those into some heart and star molds, popped those in the freezer. And you have to cut corners somewhere, so I cut them by absolutely spilling all of the ingredients from my box cake mix on the counter. Preheat your oven to 350, I then pop that mixture onto my stand mixer, give that a little stir, scrape the sides as to not let any loose powder get in, and then I section it up and divide it and put it into 2 cake pans that were already pre-floured and ready to go. But today, I'm making 2 cakes, because there's 2 cakes in the show. And so, I actually, not much to say about this. I made another box cake mix, but in reverse order this time. Yeah, pop that back in the stand mixer, blend it. This could be the same clip for all you know. It's not. Either way, I take that, dice up some strawberries, pick up some raspberries. The clip of me cutting them disappeared. I add a little bit of sugar in there because raspberries, from my experience, are always very tart. I then take my immersion blender and just try to blend that up as finely as I could. They didn't go too fine, but that's fine. I then move on to making my buttercream. As you'll see here, I'm struggling with the powdered sugar bag. I have since invested in a tripod so I can do things with 2 hands. I quickly blend that, and as you'll notice, it didn't go well because my butter was not softened enough. This is a PSA to always lock your KitchenAid. I take my strawberry and raspberry mixture, pouring it into my strainer because raspberries have a lot of seeds and the strawberries were kind of chunky. Giving that another blend with a significant more amount of powdered sugar this time, I got out some pink icing. I begin icing my cake. Yep, great job. Good icing skills. I swear it looks more pink in real life. I quickly put a dome on that so I can begin working on the other cake. I got someone else to make chocolate icing for me. It was Walter. He did it all. He controls me. Please send help. I'm shaving this cake because Max's cake is very circular. It's literally just like a mud pie he made, but you know. And for the worms on his cake, I took a bit more cocoa because his aren't they're not super distinct. So I took that, put it into a bag, and then just kind of iced it on there in worm shapes. And then he has these little gumdrops on him, so I put the leftover raspberries on there. The flash is on in this picture. It was getting dark, and I forgot to make the yellow icing to go on Ruby's cake earlier, because I'm a big dumbo. But that's not my fault. That first icing job looked super bad, but it came out in the end. And that just goes to show something. I don't know yet.